Hey team, we're about to talk about the 5 biggest Facebook ad mistakes that people are making right now in 2021. Let me just be clear and say, if you are running Facebook ads right now and you eliminated just one of these 5 strategies, your results would be completely different from what you're seeing right now. But in this video, we are going to look at 5 different common things that people are doing right now, these key mistakes that I'm seeing across the board that you can identify quite easily and remove from your Facebook ads so that everything that is left there is a much more successful campaign for you and your business. And just a heads up, this is not just me talking from the point of view of a coach and also a marketer, if you will, but this is from the experience of so many coaches and experts, consultants, course creators, and even e-commerce businesses that are working with us right now. So many have hit 6 figures now, but many have hit 7 figures within their business as well. And before we go any further, if you want more videos like this and you don't want to miss out on these deep dives, then hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and if you're a really great human, hit that like button so that this video gets out to more people just like you, but obviously not your competitors. Okay, so Facebook ad mistake number 1 that I'm seeing across the board, and it is something that is so key because without it, everything else is almost unnecessary because your Facebook ads are just not going to be successful. And this is all about having the right offer, okay? And there's 2 things to really address here about having the right offer. Or actually, let's make 3 things completely clear. Offer does not always mean discount. It can be scarcity built in, it can be urgency built in. It just has to be something that makes people think, if I don't see this ad again, I'm worried because I really want to take action on it. So you want people who are seeing your ad to actually feel a little bit worried that they might not see your ad again, okay? Does your offer that you have on your ads right now portray that to your perfect customer? Does it make them feel like, if I don't take action right now, I'm gonna miss out? Well, if it doesn't, then you need to adjust your offer. You need to make it more what we call irresistible, okay? You need to create that irresistible offer. Now, I've used this example a few times, and every single time I talk about it, I absolutely love this offer. Muscle Food, right? I actually even did a video about this one. Muscle Food had an amazing offer that landed in my newsfeed, and I was like, that is absolutely genius. Their offer was you buy 1 meat hamper and you get 3 free. Okay, now you might be sitting there going, how could that ever be profitable? But when you click through, you're buying a chunky meat hamper, which by the way is at complete RRP, okay? And usually the hampers on there are discount price because they're hampers, but this is RRP. Second to that, the hampers are actually just small collections of other types of produce. So it could be another meat hamper, it could be a fruit and veg hamper, it could be a healthy ready meal hamper. I think those were the 3. But they are just almost like, if you put them all into another box, they'd probably be a smaller hamper than the other one. But when you click through, you still look at it and go, that's still a really good deal, okay? So I bet their click-through rates were amazing on it. I bet the sales they get on the other end are amazing. And I could see by Facebook ad library that that had been running for a good few months. And that sort of signifies usually that this is an offer that's really working for an advertiser. Now, when we look at experts, coaches, and consultants and course creators with their offers, now making it more irresistible, you might be saying, well, is it going to be a challenge? Is it going to be an application funnel? Is it going to be offering them to book a call with you? How do you make those irresistible? Well, number 1, the messaging. Why is this going to be an amazing experience for them? That's the offer in a challenge, right? What is the big promise that's at the other end of it? And does it have a much higher value than the price of the challenge? And if it's a free challenge, is it something that is really, really clear in its messaging as, hey, we're going to take you from here to here in this many days. And it is exactly pre-built for you in mind. So we want to get really specific, make it really, really irresistible so people want to come through and want to take part in it, okay? When it goes right to the other end and we're talking about application funnels and getting people to book calls with us through ads, how would we get people to want to book a call? Well, probably by not positioning it as a sales call and probably by not positioning it as an opportunity to talk to you, okay? You want to actually build this into something that's valuable for them that if it's the right fit on the back end of the call, could turn into a sales call. But this is more about getting access to you personally or your team so that they can, map out their plan for weight loss for the next 90 days or whatever that may be. So changing it from what is perceived as a sales call, or why haven't you booked a call with us yet? You should be booking a call so that you can discuss our products and services. That's not irresistible at all. It needs to be something that people are actually going to want to do. And the final thing is it's too big an ask, okay? So you really need to look at your offers and go, is it too big an ask right now? Like I've had people who've come through and instantly go through our products and our services and everything, and they want to go in and they want to sell something that's like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. I've had somebody that's wanted to sell something that was just over £5,000 as well, and they wanted to do it as a Facebook ad that sends people to a sales page. They click through on the sales page to the checkout, and right there is the 997 or the 1500 or the 2K, and in that case, just over $5,000, which, by the way, was just below 5,000 in the other currency. But anyway, in that scenario, we have given them too big an ask. Remember, with Facebook ads, we need to keep in mind that they were not looking for us, we were looking for them. It's not like a Google ad, a YouTube ad, or something like that where somebody has typed in something and we've popped up at the best time possible because they're looking to solve that problem right now. On Facebook ads, they're looking at cat memes and they're looking at this, that, the other that they probably shouldn't be, okay? And in that scenario, we want to put something in front of them that is a low enough ask and a stepping stone to the next logical thing that we want them to do. So if we want to sell a £3,000 course, then instead of sending them to a sales page and then a checkout, send them to a sales page that gives them the opportunity to book that irresistible call that then can lead into them potentially buying the £3,000 course. If you're a sort of service-based business, instead of sending them to a page where they can buy something for $1,000, send them to somewhere where they can get access to the most irresistible thing that you do at a low price, almost like a stepping stone to get the full shebang. Like I'm in New York right now. I live in New York, and something that's really, really popular here is everybody gets their grass cut and has a gardener and everything. It's like the done thing, okay? And it absolutely blows my mind that we do not get flyers and we do not get a ton of these different, and by the way, there's so many of these companies around, you see vans for them everywhere, okay? I can't believe that when it's coming up to spring right now, that I do not get a whole bunch of flyers or even adverts, because with Facebook ads, you can target. Maybe I should run ads for one of them or take them on, one or the other. But an irresistible offer to get to know them and their service that could lead to much bigger things, okay? So here, because it's quite warm and the climate and everything, the grass grows really quickly. So everybody gets their grass cut and everything weekly, okay? So when you take that into mind, let's say that it's $25 a week, so it's $100 a month. Well, over the course of the year, that's $1,200 per household that they get to come under their wing, okay? So why not do a $49 offer to do like a get ready for spring cleanup, okay? Where they take into account that the grass is mangled and your flowers are ruined from winter and snow and everything that you get in New York, and use it as the stepping stone to get somebody to sign up for the overall service. That's the sort of irresistible offer that you want to look for, that stepping stone that's not too big an ask, that is an irresistible offer, that gets them onto your buyers list, and then you can let your systems on the back end take over and sell them a lot more stuff without any additional ad spend. Which brings us nicely to number 2, which is not having the right overall system, okay? Your overall system needs to be, what are you getting them to do first? What's gonna happen on the back end after that? Because let me tell you the truth here that not a lot of people want you to know, but with Facebook ads specifically, you can be very profitable. You've seen tons of our examples of very, very profitable ads that come through our coaching clients, but you realistically want to use Facebook ads to scale as far as you can. And scaling as far as you can means going to almost that break-even point. How many customers can you acquire at that break-even point for the first thing they buy? So if Muscle Food, for instance, in that earlier example, can break even on that hamper plus three smaller hampers for free, if all in all they can break even on that customer, they'll make all their money in sale number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. If you are a small group personal training facility and you have a trial at, let's say, $100 for the first 30 days, and then they go into $149 a month, then instead of getting them to sign up for the $149 a month and sign up for a 12-month contract, the overall system would be, let's get them in for a trial. That's what our ads are for. And the back-end system is, at the end of the 30 days, we have a one-to-one personal conversation and sign them up for a 12-month contract at $149. Okay, so it's all about the system on the back end as to how profitable your Facebook ads can really be. Which leads us in very nicely to number 3, which is understanding the maths of scale. It's one of the biggest mistakes of Facebook ads that I see all the time, because people are obsessed with the idea of spending £3 a day and seeing that they made back, let's say, £45, and they're saying, look at how profitable I am. I'm getting a 30x return on my money. Aren't I incredible? And you know, it is pretty cool that you're making that little bit of profitability, but it's nothing that's really going to move the needle in your business, okay? We want to use the maths of scaling a business through Facebook ads to get you to a whole other level of business here. How do we do it? By breaking even on that first purchase. How many people can I acquire by breaking even or better on that first purchase? When you understand that sort of maths, you're willing to spend more to acquire the customer into your business, because the back-end systems is where all the profitability is going to take part. Just like we said, if you're going to use like a low-priced product, okay, as your lead generation system, so maybe you have a £7 product or a £25 product or a £47 product, and you're using that as your lead gen to get qualified people to come in, and on the back end you're going to get them to book calls or buy more expensive courses in your premium services perhaps, then in that scenario you shouldn't be going, well, it's £47 and you know it's costing us £40 to get a conversion, so we're only making £7. That's not a bad thing, because it's the back end. It's the back-end system, okay? You should realistically be saying, how many people can we acquire per month at break-even or better on their first purchase with us? And then you let the systems on the back end turn them into purchase number 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. It's when you understand the maths of scale like that that you can stop playing with Facebook ads, and on the other side, you can turn them into something that is fueling the growth of an incredibly quickly growing business. Okay, step number 4, and this one is much more in your ad account and the technicalities of how to get Facebook ads to work on an immense scale and massively increase the likelihood of success. This system that I'm going to walk you through here, that I've talked about if you've already downloaded and gone through my free mini course down below, or you've gone through my Advanced Ads Made Easy down below, or you've watched how to get your Facebook ads to be 50 times more successful, the video on YouTube. You might have already seen this, but this is so key. And the majority of people are just not doing this, and it is holding you back immensely. Okay, when you create a brand new Facebook ad campaign and you've gone from the boost button to Facebook Ads Manager and you've gone to hit that create ad, and it's a brand new experience, and you've gone right through the process of creating a brand new ad campaign from start to finish. At the end of that, you've hit the publish button, you feel amazing because you've gone through the whole long form way of creating a Facebook ad and not just hit the boost button. Guess what you end up with? You end up with what I call a 1-1-1 campaign. Now that means that you've got one campaign, you've got one ad set, which for easiness here we'll say is like an audience, so one audience, and then you've got one ad, which is what people see in the newsfeed, okay? Now in that scenario, you need to hope that you set up the campaign correctly and optimize it right. You need to hope that you chose the perfect audience, which is a guess, by the way, right? And then you have to hope the advert that you created, the copy, the image, the call to action and everything is not only perfect, but it's perfect for that audience and that optimization of campaign, okay? But if you simply hit the duplicate button a few times, I'm sure Sam is about to throw onto screen right now another example of what this can look like. If you hit the duplicate button just a few times, 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, you can have what we call the Shoney 255 method. And what that gives you is 2 campaigns with 5 ad sets or 5 audiences in each. And then for each audience, there's 5 adverts to choose from for Facebook, okay? So what you end up with is 2 campaigns. The campaigns is warm and cold, okay? Who are the audiences in these? Well, if we take the warm campaign, really simple, it would be things like people who have visited your website in the last 7 days, people who have engaged with your social media accounts, your Instagram and your Facebook in the last 30 days, people who have watched over 25% of any of your videos in the last 6 months, people who are on your email list, and there's many, many other things that we can target based on people who know who you are, okay? On the other hand, we have our cold campaign. Now that is targeting things like if you were in the fitness space, you would maybe target things like gyms, or you would target things like being interested in weight loss, or you would target celebrities like Joe Wicks, okay? But the key thing here is in the 111 campaign, you've had to choose, am I gonna go with people who visited my website? Am I gonna go with Joe Wicks? Am I gonna go with people interested in weight loss? And you have to hope that it's correct. Whereas in this scenario, you're spreading the budget and you're letting Facebook show you which audiences are gonna get the best results, okay? After just 24, 48 hours, you're already gonna have a good indication of whether Joe Wicks or weight loss or gyms are better performing than each other, okay? And in your warm campaigns, you're also gonna see people that watch your videos versus people on your email list who are more likely to convert into customers. And then finally, when it comes to all of those adverts, it's actually as simple as creating 5 adverts that are very similar to each other. Quite often, the only thing that you really need to test is changing the image or the video, okay? So if you put an image up there, you can hit the duplicate button, it will give you a second advert, and all you have to do is change the image to a new image and hit publish on that. And then hit duplicate again, and then go through and change the image, perhaps this time to a video to give Facebook more variation, and go from there. Now, what do you end up with between these 2 systems and testing this broadly? Well, instead of giving Facebook 1 chance to get a successful result on your campaign, you've now given them 50 chances, okay? So you've given them 10 audiences, 5 images per audience, and Facebook can find out which audiences work best and which images work best as well. And the key thing here is they don't usually just get it right once. Within this sort of scenario, they usually find a host of audiences that are going to work best, and they find a host of your 5 images or ads that are going to work best as well. So you end up with a whole bunch of audiences and a whole bunch of ads that all work well together and allow you to really, really have great success with your Facebook ads and give you so much opportunity for scaling these ads. Which takes us nicely to number 5, which is all about scaling. The biggest mistake here, number 5, is that most people are scared of scaling the ad budget. Even though they can see that when I put this much money in, I get this much money out on the other side, they're still scared to scale that budget. And I've been in that position with private clients a ton of times where they can see it's really profitable, but they just want me to tell them that yes, they are right to go and scale. So I can completely understand it when you're a small business owner and you're very cautious of every pound that goes in. You really want somebody to be able to say yes or no to things like that. Should I move from £5 per day to £10 to £50 to £100? We've even got people now that spend over £500 a day who just 6 months ago were actually outsourcing to agencies that couldn't get them results. They now run their own ads and they've scaled past £500 a day of ad spend. Now, if you are in that position and you've got successful ads, or you do any of the 4 changes that we talk about here and your ads become successful, then please don't be scared to scale it if you can see the profitability. Remember point number 3 here, which was all about understanding the maths of scale, and that we want to acquire as many customers as possible at break even or better, so our back end systems can be where all the fun happens for us. So please do not work hard to get successful Facebook ads and then romanticize the fact that you've got a 30x return on your £3 a day Facebook ad spend. Please scale it up if that's the case and take things to a whole new level for your business. Okay team, if you want to take your Facebook ads to a whole new level, then I'm going to invite you to click down below right now, go into the description and book a call with me or my team. This is a free lead generation audit and strategy session where we won't just take a look and help you plan out your Facebook ads, but we will also look at your overall arching system for creating leads and sales within your business. And we will map out with you a system that is going to help you predictably create brand new leads and brand new sales every single day, every single week, every single month within your business without having to reinvent the system every single week like the majority of experts, coaches, consultants, and course creators are doing right now as we speak. So click down below, neilshoney.com/call if you're listening elsewhere, and I will see you on that call. And so without further ado, if you want more videos just like this and you don't want to miss any of them when they're fresh and when they're at their most potent and at their most useful, then hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and if you're a really good human, hit that like button so that more people just like you in the YouTube world can see this video as well. But obviously, not your competitors.